All right, guys, I'm here to show you FizzBuzz. It's a computer science algorithm highly used in Google, well, in a lot of interviews, not just Google, for coding. If the current index is divisible by 5 and 3, we're going to print FizzBuzz right here, where this word goes here. It says if the current index, which is this 0, this is going to increment. So let's say it's at 10 and it's divisible by 5, it will be just fizz. If it's index divisible by just 3, it'll be buzz. So you guys will see here, increment 1, FizzBuzz, because 5 and 3 can both, 1 can be divided into both of those numbers. 2 can't, 3 can just do 3, 5 can just do 5, 6 can just do 3. Buzz, because 3, just 3, 10, because just 5. And if we go up to 15, it'll be both, FizzBuzz. I'm gonna increment, keep going, to 30, it'll do FizzBuzz again, 33, and it can decrement too. This is the index.html file that I was just showing you guys on the browser. This is the HTML for that. And this is the styling for that. We're going to focus on the logic. So I'm going to create a function here and call it FizzBuzz. This function is going to take in one parameter, and that's n for number. We're going to use that number right here in a for loop. We're going to declare a variable named I, which stands for index, and equal that to 0. That I will be less than the number. It'll be less than or equal to the number. So basically, it will be inferior to this number, and it will go into it. That's how I like to look at it. I don't know, bad analogy. That index will increment by 1 each increment. Inside, we're going to put a conditional if statement. If the index modulo 5 equals 0 and I modulo 3 equals 0. So what this means is if you take the index, let's say, for example, the index is 10. Modulo 5 equals 0. So 10 divided by 5 gives you no remainder. So this 0 actually is referring to the remainder of 10 divided by 5. Is there a remainder? No, there's not. It goes in evenly. 10 divided by 3 is 3 left over 1. Remainder is 1. So that does not equal 0. So this 10 will only apply the 5. Console log FizzBuzz, because both of those need to apply, being divisible by 5 and 3, which means having no remainder. Else if I modulo 5 equals 0, console log just fizz. Quotes there. Else if, again, we're going to do the 3. I modulo 3 equals 0. So let's say the current index is 9. 9 modulo 3 does equal 0 because 3 goes into 9 3 times. There's no remainder. Console.log buzz. Capital B, of course. Because of that. Else, console.log the index so we can see what's going on in the browser. All right, I'm going to demonstrate this algorithm in the browser. Copy, paste, undefined because we didn't call the function. Let's paste that again, call the function, and throw in a parameter. It's not n, we're going to do a real number. So this will increment up to 50. And here we go. All the way to 50. 49 fizz. 45. FizzBuzz because there is no remainder. 45 divided by 5 is what, 9? 45 divided by 3 is 15. There's no remainder on either one of those. Awesome. I'm glad I could show you guys FizzBuzz. Have a great night.